welcome to MaiMoments, and today we're gonna talk about eyeliners. If you have not watched my part 1 through 5, I recommend you to do so because that's where I share tips and also how to improve your daily makeup routines. Why eyeliner is important? Because it's at definition after you already apply your beautiful eyeshadows. You want a kick and definition that is brighten your eyes. There's a lot of different ways that you can use to create eyeliners, but for now I'm going to show you 4 different types of eyeliner, which is a crayon or a pencil, and another one is a eyeshadows. Third one is gel liners. The fourth one is a liquid eyeliner. My favorite one is actually liquid eyeliners because it's at definitions and it's going to create those perfect lines that I want to enhance my eyeshadows, and that is going to be my preference. But for now we are going to start with the basic. So for now I'm going to show you how to put on eyeliner. So the first products I'm going to use is Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this is the black colors. It's a crayon as you can see here, or it can be a pencil, either way. If you do not have a eye pencil on hand, then I recommend you to go ahead and use your eyebrows pencil because it's going to be very similar and you can use that for eyebrows and also for your eyeliners. So Urban Decay does have different colors of eyeliners. It depends on what you want, but today I'm going to use black. What I like to do is that I will start on my tear ducts and go ahead and draw to the end of my eyes. The reason why I don't like much about eyes pencil is that it's really hard to create wings because the lid is too thick. And what I recommend is that if you were scared you gotta make it too thick of a line, then if you're going to press your lid up like this and draw against your lashes. What I like to do is when I start from the top, I like to go back toward the front just to make sure it is a smooth. As for this liner, you can see I can only create a little wings. If I drag it out, it's going to be a really thick wings. What I like to do is that for my under eyes, I'm pretty sure that you were taught to draw it on your waterline. But for me, I experienced that when I draw it on my waterline, it's going to create illusion that my eye is smaller. And so I would draw on my hairline instead on the waterline. What I like to do is starting at the end versus at my tear ducts. So another thing that I like to do is that I don't go all the way in here to close the gap. I like to have this gap because I will usually use a light shadows or a highlighter to put on my tear ducts right in this corners, and it's going to create illusion that I have dolly looking eye and also creating a bigger than it is. So next I'm going to show you eyeshadows. This is a shadow sense by SenseCosmetics. If you're familiar with the ingredients of a lip sense, it's going to stay 24 hours until you take it off. It's not going to smear or it's not going to transfer, and so this is an eyeshadows. I'm pretty sure they do have their own eyeliners. My boss have told me that she used this as an eyeliners. So I'm very curious about it, and so today I'm going to try it to see how was she able to do it. So you do need a tool with this. I'm using a Morphe angle brush. First of all, this tube right here is a very similar application to a lip gloss. And if you are over here trying to put it on your eye, it's going to be a mess. And what I'm doing is that I'm going to swipe just on the top. And what I like to do is just in case if I got too much, I'm going to swipe on the side because I just want everything on the tip. And this is what I'm going to do. When I use this, I know that I can use as an angle brush and I can create those wing lines. So I'm going to press it like this. And what you want to do is that imagine that the end of your eyes is going to be a line going straight forward, and that's why I put it right here. What I like to do is I try to connect those lines starting from this middle and then drag it all the way down to your end of your wings line, and then keep going over with the colors because this is like a very faded color, so you want to intensify by going at it over and over again. Alright, if you want to intensify your wings, just go ahead and pull it just a little bit to the back, and here we go. Here's the difference is that whenever you use a eye pencil, it's definitely going to be harder to create a wing line that is going to be long and defined as this one. I'm going to show you also how I do on the bottom with this brush. So you're going to start from the bottom, and this tip right here, this tall tip right here, going to lay right on the end of your eye. Then you're going to shade it in, just work piece by piece instead of dragging all the way to the corner of your eyes. So what you can see here, what I'm trying to do is I try to intense this bottom part to have more colors, and eventually when I swip it to the corners, so when I swip it to the middle, it's going to be creating a thinner line because that's what your desired look is about. You know, you can always have a thicker line if you wish. On my right eye, I use a 24/7's Urban Decay eyeliners, and on the left side, I'm using the lip shadows, and we're gonna test out if it's gonna smear. So I'm gonna use my ring fingers and swipe my eyes, and I'm gonna start from the top, and I'm gonna drag to the bottom. You can see that there's this colors on here, but it's not that much. I'm going to see using this finger right here, and I'm gonna swipe like this. So it does transfer a little bit. Both products is really good how they still have colors on my eyes, and it's not coming off all the colors. It does have a little smears, but it's okay. Nobody going to rub their eyes like this unless you just forgot that you have makeup on. So I'm gonna take it off, and we're gonna start with a different eyeliners. The next products I'm using is a black gel eyeliners. This is actually from Ulta. It's their own brand. So you can see that this is the paste right here. I'm also using a Morphe angle eyeliners, and I'm going to dip it in, and then I'm going to draw the same as I did to the eyeshadows. So just dip also the same thing toward the top, and then I'm going to swipe on the side and swipe on the other side, okay? And I'm going to start on the edge. You see the tip here? Like this. And then I'm going to start from the middle, drag it to the end, like that. So this is basically the same method if you applying to put on the eyeshadow Sense, and you're just going to add more colors as you desire. Like that. And on the bottom, I also like to go from the corner. And for instance, if you make a mistake, it's okay. Use a Q-tip and then clean it up. My favorite, I tend to lean toward Essence Eyeliner Pen, and this is only like $3, while this could cost you up to be $18 to $24. This is from a Kat Von D, and this is a tattoo liners. And this is from SenseCosmetics Superhero Liners. And what I have found that this is basically better, not just in price, but also the quality is excellent. So I'm going to show you how I draw with a liquid eyeliners using this. We are starting from the end. I just want to let you know, be extremely careful with this one. So it's only take at least 5 seconds to become permanent. And look at this. So once I create my desired inline, I'm going to start from the middle and drag it to the end. It's okay to go a little stroke and just draw an outline because you don't want to press it in and drag it through because you're going to guarantee messing it up. So just gradually build the colors by applying the colors over another layer to smooth it out, and then make sure that you're going to fill any kind of gap that you are able to see. Go slow in this process because once you mess it up, it's really hard to take off. And I'm going to show you just in case if you mess up this part, it's absolutely okay. Here's the trick. Just get a little bit. Start on the edge of your eyes and drag it out as far as you want and then blend it in. Whenever you're using a liquid eyeliners, do it 45-degree instead of a 90-degree like this. For the bottom lines, go ahead and create a soft colors and gradually build up as you go. What I like to do is I add a little bit of highlighters right on my tear ducts right here. So on the left side, I have a gel liners, and on the right side, I have a liquid eyeliners. And I mean, it's pretty good. Also on the left and also the right, it depends on whatever you feel comfortable with, but I do recommend to start out somewhere with a pencil or a crayon and then gradually work your way to a liquid eyeliners. And I'm going to test out how this gonna stand if I'm going to rub my eyes, how it's gonna smear and will it transfer, and also will the pigment is still on my eye. So we're gonna test out again. So I'm going to swipe back and forth. So the gel eyeliner, it did come off a little bit. We're using different fingers and I'm going to try out if this is going to smear or not. And nothing really happened. I mean, it stayed. And then on this side, it's also stay. It smeared just a little bit, but it's not gonna major. Nobody going to rub their eyes like the way that I just did. But as I can see that 4 items outstands whenever you try to rub your eyes. It stay on there perfectly, and I think it's amazing for 4 different products. It's your decision on what products you go with or whatever you feel comfortable whenever you do your eyeliners. But as my preference, I love a liquid eyeliners rather than the other 3, but it's going to be your taste and your preference. So I add a little kick into my eyeliners with glitters, and this is a Urban Decay, and the colors is gold. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I want shimmer and shiny. As you guys all know, I don't have eyelashes because when I was little, my mom chopped it off. She thought it would grow back, but unfortunately it did not. So to all the mother, please don't do that to your child. And we are going to put it on. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. This is lashlicious. And that's why I love lashes so much. It's something that I don't have. And I also tried like growing lash serums. It did not work either. And so I just say forget about it. We're going to add some of the eyelashes for pop. Oh, look at this. Shiny, shiny. I remember that the first time when I tried to put on eyeliners, oh my god, it was horrible. I looked like a raccoon eye because I did not know how to do it. And especially with liquid, I got so frustrated with myself because I cannot get it right. My hand was shaky. It was horrible. But practice does make it better. Don't forget to give this video a thumb up, subscribe, and click the bells for notifications. Also, comment below of what you want to see next. And I'm excited to create more video that is going to be fun and more exciting. As always, love yourself, stay motivated. Peace out.